You know we have a chem test in 10 minutes, right?
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Oh my, I need to search a YouTube video. Nuclear chemistry in a historical context. Okay. You're probably here because you have a chem or history test in 10 minutes. Well, you're in the right place. On the morning of August 6, 1945, the United States dropped the first ever seen nuclear weapon on the city of Hiroshima. According to BBC News, it killed instantly 80,000 people and tens of thousands later due to the nuclear radiation. 3 mornings later, they dropped another bomb which was 2 times stronger than the one before on the city of Nagasaki. It instantly killed 40,000 people and tens of thousands later. But how is such destruction even possible? According to the Nuclear Museum, a chain reaction of nuclear fission caused a massive explosion. As you likely already know, nuclear fission is when a neutron slams into a larger atom, causing it to excite and release energy. Uranium-235, the isotope used in the center of the Little Boy atomic bomb, releases 3 neutrons when impacted, which in turn will cause other atoms to explode and release neutrons, thereby chaining these reactions together. In contrast, the Fat Man used plutonium-240 instead of nuclear fission. The Fat Man, as opposed to chaining nuclear fission, implored towards the condensed plutonium core, causing a much larger release of energy than the Little Boy. The chaining of this reaction caused the molecules and atoms in the air to explode in similar ways, producing a massive explosion in less than a second. Support the ON7 Lubbock Storm. For every dollar you donate, a minute is added to the building of our team chemistry. As Albert Einstein once said, you can't blame gravity for falling in love. Thank you for listening. Let's talk about how nuclear chemistry was used in other disastrous events, including Chernobyl.
Our second example in history is the disaster that occurred at the Chernobyl power plant on April 26, 1986. On April 25th, one day before the explosion, a maintenance check left vital control systems off, causing the reactor to become unstable due to the lack of power. When the maintenance crew tried to resupply electricity to the system, they caused a massive power surge that they could not stop. This power surge caused a decline in the supply of cooling water to the reactor, which led to the buildup of steam in the pipes. This steam caused the first explosion in the reactor. This steam, along with causing an explosion, reacted with the superheated graphite fueling the reactor. The explosion killed 2 workers in the initial blast and left a hole in the plant, allowing many radioactive particles to escape and contaminate the surrounding area. Some of these particles reached as far as Sweden, where radioactive levels almost doubled from the normal amount. Much of the radioactive material landed in the city of Chernobyl itself. The radioactive iodine, a substance which the body localizes in a person's thyroid glands, was inhaled by many of the residents of the surrounding cities. This caused a huge increase in the diagnosis of thyroid cancer in the following years. Many of the workers at the Chernobyl power plant died in the following weeks of acute radiation disease as well. The evacuation of the area allowed for the United Nations and Soviet Union to build a large concrete sarcophagus around the exploded reactor in order to keep the radiation from contaminating the outside world. While this sarcophagus held for a few years, radiation weakened the dome over time. This risk of collapse prompted the creation of a second, much larger layer to be constructed over the first sarcophagus.
So that's all you need to know about nuclear chemistry for your next history and chem test. Thanks for watching and subscribe. Wow, that video is gonna get me a 50. Can't wait to take this test. Let's see what the grade I got on my test. Guys, I might have failed the test, but you know what? My teacher wants to be my friend.
Money, man, life goes on.
I'm hopeful, yes I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away and be